roll up, all the fun of the fair. Or should that be all the fright of the fair? Hi guys, welcome to another video. Hope you're all keeping well. Now for this video, I thought I'd pick out 5 movies from my collection which have either a circus, a carnival, or a fairground theme, because I love horror movies set in those locations, fairgrounds, carnivals, and circuses. So I'll pick 5 movies from my collection, which I'm going to show you all. I'm just going to talk a little bit about. All right then, guys. So as I say, 5 carnival, circus, fairground themed movies, which I highly recommend you check out. Okay then, guys. Without further ado, let's just start with the first one. Now, the first one, it's a fantastic little movie starring Anton Differing, lovely colour as well on this vintage classics Blu-ray, and that is a movie called Circus of Horrors. Now, if you love movies set in a circus, you're in for a treat if you get this, guys. I'll just read you the back of it just to give you an idea if you haven't seen the movie. Now, this is a brand new restoration of the 1960 classic. Now, Dr. Rosses, played by Anton Differing, botches an operation and flees the police to escape to France under a disguise. Now, once there, he befriends travelling circus owner Vanette Donald Pleasance, whose daughter was scarred in the war and offers his plastic surgery skills for free. He then manipulates his way into the family and the running of the circus troupe. Before long, the circus is used as a front for his increasingly deranged and experimental surgical exploits, where he befriends disfigured women and transforms them for his international successful Temple of Beauty. However, when they threaten to leave, they meet with gruesome accidents which soon raises the suspicions of the press and Scotland Yard, who are hot on his trail. So there you go, guys. That's the synopsis for the 1960s horror classic, Circus of Horrors. Excellent performance by Anton Differing, as the main villain, and a beautiful movie. There's some stills, guys, from the movie, yeah. And you've got some special features there, including a new interview with critic and author Kim Newman, broadcaster Stuart McConey, behind the scenes still gallery and original trailer. So yeah, if you love movies, guys, with a circus theme, I highly recommend you check out Circus of Horrors, starring the great Anton Differing. Excellent movie. Next up is a Hammer movie, which I've watched many times, and I always get a buzz out of this movie whenever I watch it. Yeah, very, very clever story, lovely location, as is always the case with the Hammer Gothics. Brilliant characters and fine acting all round, and that is Vampire Circus. Another great circus-themed horror movie, guys. Yeah, again, I'll just read you the synopsis at the back, just in case you're not familiar with it. Now, this is the 50th anniversary edition of Vampire Circus on Blu-ray, packed with special features. Now, when a little girl is brutally slain by a vampire in a tiny 19th century European village, the townspeople invade the foreboding castle of Count Misserhouse and kill him for the crime. Now, as the Count dies, he curses the villagers and vows that their children will all die so that they may someday return to life. 15 years later, as the village is ravaged by the plague, a travelling circus comes to town and distracts the villagers from their current hardships. Little do they know that their troubles are only beginning. So there you go, guys. That's the synopsis for the fantastic Hammer movie from the early 70s. That is Vampire Circus, and there's some great stills, guys, from the movie. Very, very daunting looking vampire lady there. There you go. Lawrence Payne's in it as well. Great actor. And this is a great addition, this. It really is, yeah. From ITV Studios. And then you've got the reversible artwork, guys. There's the vampire. The main vampire. Fantastic, yeah. And you get a great booklet with it. Great little booklet with it. Yeah. This is one of the best horror movies I've ever seen set in a circus, yeah. So again, as I say, just like the other one, Circus of Horrors, if you enjoy horror movies set in a circus and you haven't seen this, I strongly urge you to get yourself a copy of the fantastic Vampire Circus. Great movie. Next up is it. Now this is more of a carnival theme, an absolute classic, black and white classic from the 1960s, one of my all-time favourites horror movies. Excellent story and a brilliant twist as well, and that is Carnival of Souls. I could sit here all afternoon, guys, spouting superlatives about how much I love this movie. Watched it many, many times, and I always enjoy it every time I watch it. And, you know, I would never part with this movie, and this is a fantastic addition by Criterion. And again, just like the other two, I'll read you the synopsis just in case you're not familiar with it. Now, a young woman in a small Kansas town survives a drag race accident, then agrees to take a job as a church organist in Salt Lake City. Now, en route, she is haunted by a bizarre apparition that compels her towards an abandoned lakeside pavilion. Made by industrial filmmakers on a small budget, the eerily effective B-movie classic Carnival of Souls was intended to have the look of a Bergman and a feel of a Cocteau movie, and with its strikingly used locations and spooky organ score, it succeeds. Macabre masterpiece gained a cult following on late night television and continues to inspire filmmakers today. Yeah, fantastic movie, yeah, from 1962. It just runs to 78 minutes long, but boy, does this pack a powerful punch, guys, in terms of ghostly atmosphere. Blu-ray special edition features there, guys, if you want to have a look at those. Fantastic movie. I love Carnival of Souls. I've got the colorized version as well of this classic as well, yeah. So I'll just show you inside, guys. You get like there's the disc, and you get like basically an essay on the movie. There's the creepy looking ghoul that keeps haunting the main female protagonist. There you go. And there's the essay on the movie. Yeah, I just wish it had made this more of like a booklet, you know, conventional booklet instead of like a fold-out poster, because it's a bit of a pain, like having to fold it out, you know, to read the essay. But nevertheless, it's a great edition by Criterion, and it's one I would highly recommend. If you love your horror movies set in carnivals, I think you will love Carnival of Souls. This is an absolute classic, and it's a must, you know, for every horror fan to add to the collection. Yeah, Carnival of Souls, great movie. Next up is another one is set in like a carnival fairground. This is like very, very similar to Todd Browning's Freaks. It's on the Agfar label. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Lovely colour, brilliant acting, great solid storyline, and a very, very gruesome ending. And that is a movie called She Freak. And there you go, guys. There's some stills from the movie. Yeah. So again, I'll just read you the synopsis just in case you're not familiar with it. Now, fed up with waitressing, Jade Cochran, played by Claire Brennan, embarks on a new life with a travelling carnival, but she discovers that what lurks behind the curtain doesn't take too kindly to her backstabbing plans. Now, a gutter noir reworking of Todd Browning's Freaks and a Valentine to the carnival lifestyle that defined the career of producer David F. Friedman with Blood Feast. She Freak is a snapshot of life, love and revenge on the grounds of a seedy carnival in small-town USA. Complete with crackpot monster makeup effects from Harry Thomas, who done the effects for Plan 9 from Outer Space. Like Debo's music and Ed Wood's novel, She Freak creates a synthetic reality that is often preferable to our own. Agfar and Something Weird are beyond excited to present a dazzling 4K restoration of this essential weirdo classic. So there you go, guys. That's another fine horror movie set in a carnival, She Freak, and a lovely edition, lovely slipcover, and no reversible artwork, unfortunately. You just get that, the same one. And there's a nice booklet, guys, all about the movie. Yeah, so as I say, if you love movies like Freak by Todd Browning, I think you will enjoy this one, She Freak. I absolutely love this movie, and I will be giving it a watch again very, very soon. So again, another great carnival theme movie, guys. That is She Freak. And last but by no means least, this is a horror anthology, and it stars the late great Burgess Meredith as a kind of a Diablo devil character. Yeah, as I say, all different stories by Amicus, and that is a movie called Torture Garden. Again, you can't, Amicus can do no wrong when they churn out these awesome horror anthologies, and this is one of the first guys from 1967. Burgess Meredith, he plays this kind of sinister sort of like he's like a kind of Diablo, as I say. He's he got all the looks of the devil. But I won't tell you how it ends. I won't tell you how the movie ends. Because that's like the kind of the bookend story. These people and that, they're walking around this fairground and that, and you come across Diablo, played by Burgess Meredith, and then there's this like sort of like strange looking woman with like she's holding shears like that. And when each character goes up, to sort of like stare into her eyes and that, the story unravels then about that particular character. Either it could have already happened to them or it's gonna happen to them. And then once the story ends, the scissors, they snap shut and that, and they cut the wire basically. It's very good. It's a good concept, yeah. And I'll just show you inside, guys. There he is, Burgess Meredith, playing a Diablo-like character. And a fine job he does as well, yeah. Great cast in this, yeah. You've got Jack Palance, Burgess Meredith, Beverly Adams, Peter Cushing, yeah. Michael Bryans, yeah. Fantastic, yeah. There he is again, Burgess Meredith, yeah. This is one of the best horror anthologies I've ever seen. It really is, all great stories. Milton Subotsky from Amicus, Peter Cushing. Fantastic. Again, I've watched this movie many times, and there's the sinister woman in the fairground with the garden shears, yeah. And I thoroughly enjoy it, and that, it's a great movie. It really is, yeah. And the man who collected Poe, that's one of my favourite stories. With Jack Palance, he wants to get his hands on Peter Cushing's collection of Poe, Edgar Allan Poe, and he'll stop at nothing to do it. Fantastic story, yeah. As I say, one of Amicus's best, yeah. There's the poster for it, the original poster. So yeah, if you love your ODR guys, you've got your reversible artwork there as well. Pity didn't have a slipcover. So if you love, as I say, if you love your carnival themed fairground themed movies, I think you'll enjoy Torture Garden. Yeah, and there's all the extras, guys. Yeah, packed with extras there. Yeah. I just want to give one honorary mention, guys. I've no longer got the DVD disc because they're bringing out a Blu-ray. Sometime around about October, November. Todd Browning's Freaks, of course, which is another great carnival fairground theme movie. Yeah, great story, great characters and that, and pretty hard to watch in parts. They actually did a remake of that as well. I think it was in the 1990s, and that's it. That's just as gruesome and that, it was in colour, yeah. All right then, guys. So just to recap of my fairground carnival circus theme movies from I pulled from my collection. That is Circus of Horrors, Vampire Circus, the brilliant, excellent Carnival of Souls, She-Freak, awesome movie again, and the Amicus anthology Torture Garden. Alright then, guys, that just about wraps up my Carnival Circus fairground themed video. Have you got any favourite horror movies set in a fairground or a carnival or a circus? Let me know in the comments down below. I'm sure there's many more I've forgotten, because going right back even to the silent days, I suppose you could say the Cabinets with Dr. Caligari would come into this category and that, that's a kind of like a carnival movie, carnival theme movie, yeah. But, let me know if you've got any, and what you think of any of these movies. Do you share my love for them? Yeah, let me know in the comments. I've always loved stories set in fairgrounds and, carnivals and circuses and that, just something about the atmosphere, stuff like the rides and that, and the candy floss and that, and the burgers and that, the real fairground atmosphere. And of course, the same with the circus, all the clowns and that, and the animals and that, and the ringmaster. Oh, I love those movies. They're fantastic, yeah. You can't go wrong with a good circus-themed, horror movie, or, as I say, like a good fairground, carnival-themed movie and that, like these classics, yeah. So, I always remember the Hammer horror series, the Journey to the Unknown. That opening always stood in my mind because it started off like in a deserted fairground, and the camera it pan along all the deserted rides and that. They were all lit up, but there was nobody on them. Really spooky, and then you get like this weird noise, weird theme music. Like, oh, I just hope they released that Journey to the Unknown on DVD or Blu-ray. Arrow, are you listening? Vinegar Syndrome, are you listening? Any boutique labels, you know, you get that out on Blu-ray. I'd be the first in line to buy it. Great stories and that, you know, and as I say, a great opening in a fairground, you know. So, oh yeah, I love me fairground, circus, carnival movies, yeah. And I'm always on the lookout for new ones and that, you know. So, all right then, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. As I say, yeah, anything at all to do with fairgrounds, carnivals, you know, horror, well, with the horror theme, talk about them down below. Yeah. Okay then, guys. I'll conclude the video now. The usual, if you like it, please feel free to share, subscribe, comments, and yeah, all going well. I'll be back again very, very soon with a very, very special video. So stay tuned for that. See ya. Bye. Have a nice weekend.